Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to go through everything you need to know on how to sow Compost seeds at home. I'm going to go through choosing the suitable container, how to prepare the soil, sowing the seeds, and also advice on how to store them once they have germinated. Before we get started guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button and share this video with your friends and family. Let's go. The first thing we need to consider is what type of container we can grow them in. You have plenty of options and it really depends on your requirements. If you're looking to sow only a handful of seeds, then containers such as this and of this size are perfect. In a container like this, you can probably sow about 4 or 5 seeds and let the plant establish itself. And once the plant has reached a good height, you can take it out of this pot and plant it directly into your garden. If you have between 10 and 20 seeds that you'd like to sow, then I would recommend using a pot of this size, and in each one of these you can probably sow about 3 to 4 seeds. Once the plant has reached a good height and you can see some roots coming out from the bottom here, you can move the plant into your garden. If you would like to sow a mass of seeds, then I would suggest and recommend pots like this. These are called root trainers, and what this allows you to do is to sow individual seeds into each container. And in this example, I will be able to sow 32 seeds in one go. The other alternative to a root trainer is a simple seed tray. If you want to grow a mass of seeds, you can use a seed tray and you can broadcast them on top of the soil. If you are going to sow them in a seed tray, just make sure that you have holes. Whichever container you choose to sow your seeds in, the method is exactly the same. I'm going to go through 2 examples. I'm going to sow them into root trainers as well as the seed tray. I'm going to be sowing 2 of my favorite varieties, Sulphur Orange and Ladybird Mixed. Let's go ahead and open this packet up and see what the seeds look like. As you can see, these seeds are nice, long and thin. Okay, let me put these in here for now and we can move on to the next step. I'm going to sow these seeds into the root trainers. We simply start off by filling the pot up with compost. Once you have filled your pots up, it should look something like this. Now we can take our seeds and start sowing them. I'm going to station sow these seeds, and all that means is sow an individual seed in each container, like so. Now when you're positioning your seeds, you simply just drop them in, just press it down with your finger so that they have made good contact with the soil. Once you have finished sowing your seeds, this is what they will look like. So they're just positioned on the surface of the soil and they have been slightly pressed down as well, so they do make good contact with the soil. The next step is to add a fine layer of compost on top of the seeds, like so. You don't want to bury them too deep because they are thin. So you just want to take soil and just slightly cover them like this. Once you have covered your seeds, this is what the completed pot should look like. Now we have 2 more things left to do, but before we do them, let's go ahead and sow the seeds in the seed tray. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button and share this video with your friends and family. So to sow them into seed trays, the method is pretty much exactly the same. We start off by filling this up with compost. When you have filled your seed tray with compost, it should look something like this. I've just used multi-purpose compost here, it's fine. Don't forget to firm in the compost before you add in the seeds. Now in this tray, I'm going to sow seeds which I collected last year, which by the way, I have a video on how to collect Compost seeds and I'll leave it in the description for you guys. Let's go ahead and open these up and see how they have overwintered. let's go ahead and sow these in now. So the method I'm going to use here to sow these in the seed tray is simply, I'm going to broadcast them on the top. Now this is the opposite to station sowing. Station sowing is when you position the seeds individually in its own unique space, like we have in this one here. Broadcast sowing is there's just randomness. You're not positioning them with equal space. When you have finished sowing your seeds in the seed tray, this is what it will look like. Just bring that a bit closer so you can see. They're just sitting on top of the soil. What I would recommend is, if you see any seeds which are touching or sitting on top of each other, just separate them with your fingers, just so they do not rot and get in each other's way when trying to germinate. The second most important thing to do is to firm in the seeds so we know that they've made good contact with the soil. Now if you've got a board, you can use that, a wooden board, or you can just use your palm of your hands like so. Just press them in. Once you have pressed in the seeds, you just want to take a handful of compost and you want to slightly cover them with a fine layer of soil on top. Once you have covered your seeds with soil, just press it down once more so we know for sure that each seed has made good contact, giving it the best conditions to germinate. Now Cosmos seeds, they need warmth and good lighting to germinate. Leaving them on the windowsill is absolutely fine. However, if you are struggling with warmth, then what I would recommend is using a plastic lid like this. It will provide all the warmth that your seeds will need to germinate, and once they have germinated, you can remove the lid and let them do their thing. So we have two more important things left to do. The first one is to label them. So I'll just remove the lid and I'll position that into there. For my ladybird seeds, I've got a fancy label here, which I will certainly make use of. The final thing left to do is to water them. And there you go guys, that's how you sow Cosmos seeds at home. Don't forget to check out my other content on my channel. There's lots on there which I'm hoping you will find useful. If you do have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment or send me a direct message. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button and share this video with your friends and family. Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon.